want to get into the universal laws, which I know a lot of you are here for. Okay, so let's talk about the first one, the universal law of vibration. It says that everything in the universe has a frequency, has a vibration. Um, and in order to receive that, you have to match up with that vibration. And you do that by just being, not by doing. So, eating that pineapple is not going to get you pregnant. Standing on your head is not going to get you pregnant. It's tapping into that vibration of babies, of motherhood, which is joy, love, bliss, um, happiness, and just all those really good feelings that you can tap into. So I want you to think about this. How can you create that feeling in your body every day? Once you tap into that feeling, you can feel it in your heart. Even if it's just for a second, you create a little imaginary string. It attaches to what you're trying to get. And again, the more you tap into that feeling and getting into that vibration of what a baby is, the closer you bring it to you. And this isn't about masking emotions. This is a really important topic that I want to talk about. You need to face your emotions, and you need to sit with your emotions, and you need to honor your emotions, because no emotion is wrong, and you can still have that vibration of unconditional love, of joy, of gratitude, and still walk with a lot of sadness and with a broken heart. So, you know, you might wake up and you might have a broken heart, but you can still be like, hey, like, I am grateful. I am grateful for being alive. I am grateful that because today I'm at least one step closer to my baby. So there's the difference between, oh my gosh, like it didn't work. I'm depressed. I'm going to go down this hole of self loathing. Like I'm not worthy. That's a completely different vibration than I'm heartbroken, but I am grateful. And I know that I'm one step closer to getting my baby. So just that little mind shift is going to be really incredible. What about chakra balancing for stress of IVF? Anything you can do for me personally, chakra balancing or any energy work like Reiki is makes me feel so good, so good. And I think anything that you can do to de-stress or just feel good or quiet your mind is really powerful. And you can do chakra balancing in so many ways. It can be meditations, it can be sound bowls, it can be crystal healing. So all that stuff, I am all about. I love all of that stuff. Um, okay, so and even this. Okay, so I want to give you an example. The law of vibration. So I want you to try this because I did this personally when I was working through this and it was crazy. And I was like, all right, I'm a believer. I'm going to put this in motion. So say that you feel like your partner is not paying attention to you, um, and you just want more attention, you want more love, you want to feel more connected to them. So instead of going to them and being like, hey, you never do this for me, you never do that for me, but I want you to do this, you never do this, ugh, like you're being such a bad husband right now, you're being such a bad partner. So instead of nagging them, pay way more attention to them. Change your vibration. Get yourself into the lovey-dovey mode. Walk up to them, touch their arm, maybe give them a little mini massage, or pay extra special attention to them. Look them in the eye when you're speaking with them. Surprise them with a date night. Shift your energy first, and you will see that they actually shift their energy to the energy that you want. And for some people, it takes a lot longer, and sometimes you'll see it right away. And this is just kind of like that little example of how you shift your energy first in your vibration, and then the rest comes to you. All right, we have a question. How can you apply this more to pregnancy? Um, so every day it's tapping into that feeling. Maybe it's of holding your baby, like visualizing that in a meditation. Or I have a mantra that I always tell myself, and I say, today I'm one step closer to receiving my baby. It's thinking that better feeling thought that is going to make you feel really good around pregnancy. And honestly, you don't even have to do anything about pregnancy. If something makes you really happy, like going to see a movie, do that. Just getting yourself into the vibe is important. It doesn't even have to be around pregnancy. It can be something completely different. Um, okay, are there any other questions on that before I move on to the second one I want to talk about? Can we do it at home? Is that in regards to chakra balancing? I think so. So yes, so for chakra balancing, you do lots of things. You can probably just get something on YouTube, look that up, or a meditation. I actually have a playlist that I love. It's a sound healing playlist, and I put chakra crystals on me, especially for pregnancy. I love to put a pink one on my heart, and I love to put a yellow one on up here, my solar plexus, and then an orange one on my belly. That's something I do. And then I'll sit there, meditate, and kind of visualize just like the energy. And actually, at the end of this, I'll walk you guys through a meditation. It'll kind of like, it'll help you, it'll kind of guide you. And then if you hop into the Facebook group, you'll have that replay, so you can always go back and have that meditation. Okay, so law of perpetual transmutation of energy. It's a mouthful. It says that small shifts create major results. And this is especially true on an emotional and energetic level. So work on your mindset. And I don't say that lightly, because working on your mindset is incredibly hard. We are hardwired to do crazy things that keep us safe. I'll give you a few examples later on. But it might feel like you're flailing. It might feel like you wake up and you are trying to get into a positive feeling, and that's okay if you don't. But just those little steps every day, even though you're working on it, or you have like I'm one step closer to getting my baby, maybe you have that written somewhere. Just those little things, if you work on it every day, is creating huge shifts energetically. You might not see it, you might not feel it. And just even you being here today, you are shifting your energy. You are getting into the energy of this. And the universe is responding. I promise you that. So even if it feels hard, still work on your mindset. Do whatever you can, even if it's just tiny, tiny, tiny. Maybe it's just waking up and listening to a song that just makes you cry tears of happiness, or makes you even cry tears of sadness, so you can release it and get it out. And then one day you will wake up and you'll feel so good, and you'll be like, oh my God, I feel so great. What's going on? And it'll be because you've been releasing and you've been working on your mindset. So, when people boil frogs to eat them, which is like such a weird example, but they put the frog in there and the water is lukewarm, and then they slowly turn the heat up, slowly turn the heat up, slowly turn the heat up. And the frog is like, ooh, this is feeling warm and cozy. I like it in here. It's getting warm. But they can't actually feel the shifts. And eventually it gets to the point where it's too hot, but it's too late. Like they're already, frog legs. But if you were to put a frog in the boiling hot water, it would jump right out. So it's kind of like the same thing in reverse. Like you're doing all these little things, you're not feeling it, but it is working for you, I promise. In a good way, not a bad way, like the frog. So when you're feeling down, just really tap into just one little thing, whether it be an alarm on your phone that reminds you to smile, or maybe it's a post-it, anything. And know that when you do that, you are creating foundations for something truly amazing. So you're planting the seeds. So a lot of people, even if it's like they're into like their third year of fertility, and they've been planting these seeds, they've been going through the motions, and they've been really working on their mindset and going through the process of, maybe it's like IVF or IUI, and they've been planting these seeds and they've been watering them, and it's been years, and they finally pulled the plug, they're done. But they didn't see that underneath the soil, the seeds have actually already sprouted and they're growing. And just because they didn't see them, it didn't mean that they weren't growing. They just needed like a little bit more, and in a few months they were going to pop their heads out, and you would have seen the sprouts. So know that, you guys are planting seeds, you're watering them, and they're coming. And this is not by any means me telling you to be patient, because I'm not a patient person and I don't like to feel patient. And I get it that women going through IVF and infertility are the most patient people ever. It's more of just knowing that you're making that difference, knowing that you're waking up and you're planting that seed, and that shifts are happening. So it's just, for me personally, it really gets me into a positive mindset in regards to that. Third, the law of cause and effect. So this is essentially the law of karma. So it is any action creates a reaction. So if you put out positive energy, you get positive energy back. And so you want to be putting out good things, not bad things, because that's what you're going to get back in return. So this is a hard one. And it is not judging other moms. So, I know when we're going fertility, you're like, oh my God, but I mean, these meth heads over here, like they're getting pregnant like no other, and they're just putting their babies up for adoption. So all of that stuff is judgment, and it's actually lowering your vibration, and it will slow down your process. Again, just like you have your soul contract, they have their own soul contract, and same with their babies who come into their world. So it's really just taking a step back and not focusing on everything else, but really just focusing inward on you and focusing on that love. Um, and this one is really hard too, is, being happy for pregnant women, other pregnant women, not saying that you have to put yourself through misery, go to their baby showers, hug them and love them and hang out with them every day. But just like you can walk with a broken heart in gratitude, you can do that at the same time for other women as well. And it is hard, and it will make you cry, and that's okay. You crying is it's not you not being happy for them. And just surround yourself with really positive things and people. That's going to be really important. And just know that if any of these things are like, oh my God, I totally get this. Like, I've been putting women down, I've been doing all this. Do not have guilt about that. Because again, the guilt is something that's going to pull you down and really lower your vibration. So, we as humans are hardwired. It goes back to the caveman days, that our bodies are trying to keep us safe. So all these things about putting women down, it's trying to keep us safe because we don't want to be disappointed. We don't want to be sad. And it's being able to understand that it's okay to be disappointed. It's okay to be sad. And it's actually better to do that and actually understand it versus covering it up and talking shit about other people. Let me see if there's anything else I want to talk to you about this. Oh, one thing too that I love is that when you see something around you, the more you see it, the more you know it's in your field. And again, you just need to work on opening up so you can receive it. So when there are a lot of pregnant people in your world, what I do, and this is a really great mindset hack for myself, is like, it's around me, it's in my world, so that means it's coming for me too. The more you see things, the more you are a vibrational match for it, because you see these things coming into your world. Okay. Are there any questions? Let me see up here. How do you deal with family members, for example, that have negative energy and just pull your energy? The strongest energy always wins, and negative energy is incredibly strong. And it's something that you have to work on, and it's something that you have to be aware of, and being aware of it is the first step. So it might be that you have to do a little meditation before you go there. It might be you have to give yourself a pep talk. It might be that you have to put kind of an energetic field around you, or just step in and go into the space knowing that your vibration is higher than theirs, and really setting that intention. And again, you might have to work on it. Or might be something where you distance yourself and you put up some boundaries where, you can't talk to them today. Or if they start texting you and it's negative, then you put your phone away for the day. And really making sure that you are protecting your energy first and foremost, and working on getting your energy to be stronger than their energy. The stronger energy always wins. How do you do that when your closest friends are pregnant? So again, it could be honestly just tapping into that emotion of feeling sad. You can feel sad. Go home, feel sad, throw a fit, cry it out. And again, really tap into the emotion again of, this is in my world, so I'm attracting this. You are attracting pregnancies in your world. So that vibration, you are still pulling it in, and eventually will become yours. The more pregnant people you see, the more likely it's going to be coming into your life. So it really is just focusing and really staying true to your mindset and working on your mindset and working on it. Okay, let's go on to the law of perpetual motion. So this is a simple one. It's going to be really quick, but it tells us that everything is changing. And our job in life is to embrace the ride. So when you are feeling down, when you are feeling sad, this can kind of be your better feeling thought that we talked about earlier, is that knowing that you will never be stuck there. So maybe your better feeling thought is, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. Maybe even the thought of, I'm one day closer to my baby, maybe that doesn't even hold true for you. Like maybe you can't feel that yet. Um, it will get better. That is a better feeling thought that will pull you out of a lot of dark times. I've tried manifestation the past couple months and being more positive each month. That's amazing. Yeah, manifestation is amazing, and I will be talking more about this too. Just make sure that it is, you're essentially following the laws. Like manifestation is a lot of following these laws and understanding these laws, but also not putting a time on it. So knowing that, just feeling into like your baby is coming. Your baby is coming. If you desire it, your baby is coming. Okay, the law of giving and receiving. This one is my favorite. So this law states that everything needs to be in balance for energy to flow through your body and for you to have optimal health. If you want to receive a baby, you need to give to yourself. So you need to, so it's kind of going through the giving and receiving. Give to yourself in order to receive. And that's how I line it with pregnancy in general. It can be aligned with so many different ways in so many different scenarios, but this is how it aligns with pregnancy and fertility. So, so how can you give to your body? Well, first, you can intuitively feel into what your body needs. You might need to slow down like I did. You might need to completely restructure your business. You might need to move. But if your life is miserable in a certain aspect, fix it. Really try working on it. So maybe you need a mental health day off from work. I highly recommend that. Maybe you need a massage. Maybe you need to change your diet. Maybe you need to start moving your body more. It could be any of these. It could be all of these. But really start a self-love practice. And this actually gets a lot deeper too. It's not just like give yourself a massage, but it really is tapping into that feeling of self-love for yourself, of unconditional love. And how I like to do that is really focus on holding my baby and pouring that love into the baby, but feeling, and once you're in that feeling of pouring out love, visualize yourself pouring that love into yourself. That's really important to truly love yourself. So those are the 5 laws that are really important for me and receiving your baby. So just to recap, the law of vibration, everything has a frequency, match up to that frequency in order to receive that. 2, law of perpetual transmutation of energy, small shifts make major results. Do little things every day, even if they're hard, just do the littlest thing that you can, it will make a huge shift. Law of cause and effect. So this is the karma law. Learn how to walk with your heartbreak, but also learn how to walk with gratitude and walk with happiness for other people. This is one of the hardest things to crack, but it is going to be the most rewarding. Okay, the 4th one is law of perpetual motion, knowing that whenever you are in that heartbreak, and really feeling that despair and helplessness, that life is always flowing and changing, and it will change. The law of the universe says that it will change and it will get better. The law of giving and receiving. That is making sure that you give to yourself in order to receive. So those are the 5 laws. For those of you going through my masterclass series, my Facebook group, and my private clients who are on here, my homework for you is to journal. I want you to write down and answer these questions. What gives you joy? What can you do every day to feel that joy? Put it in your calendar, set alarms, and actually do something every day that gives you joy. Maybe it's just feeling into a feeling of like an old memory that you had that makes you feel really good every time you think about it. Maybe it is setting 5 minutes aside to just have quiet time. And how can you start giving to yourself? This is really important. So what would make you feel really good? What would make you feel totally loved by yourself? So again, it can be anywhere from giving yourself a manicure to the visualization that we talked about. To there are certain things that you get deeper into, like mirror gazing is a really big one in this world of just looking at yourself and appreciating what you see and just filling yourself with love. So that is the big homework.